not to be offensive, but I feel like if you have to eat someone, the butt is the place to start, right? There was this guy and this girl, and they wanted to make a podcast, and they didn't know what to call it, but they sure talked a lot, so they said, let's call it Flappity Flap. Flappity Flap Podcast. Yeah. All right. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm drinking my hot cocoa. What's wrong with you?
You just have to take a sip right at the beginning of the thing. Man. Fucking animal. If you spit on that pop filter, I will buy another one. But I'll be super mad at you. Speaking of mad at you.
My zipper just went like...
It was just, that hot chocolate was just a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, I got super mad at you last night, as you know.
Yeah.
Because we were playing... Did you just gurgle?
No.
Fucking animal. Because we were playing... Oh my God. All the functions. We were playing Halo. Firefight? What are they called?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's when you fight each other. Or wait, no, it's not.
No.
It's when you fight waves of aliens.
Uh-huh.
And we were on a team.
Yeah, not like a campaign or whatever.
Not a campaign.
That is a good point that you just brought up.
And not a versus.
We were on a team.
Mm-hmm.
It was a team situation. And we were about to quit. And why did you kill me? Why did you end my life?
I had a
teammate?
rocket launcher. And I was going to I shot it at you, thinking you would jump over it.
Yeah, because that's how you go about life, is you aim
we were gonna quit anyway.
Weapons at people, and then you just go, well, I expected you to jump over it.
We were going to quit anyway, and it killed you immediately. I didn't expect that.
But you know how mad you get when I kill you?
Yeah, but you kill me a lot on accident.
Accidentally.
Yeah, that
emphasis on.
But it starts to not matter with the rising number of deaths and the amount of near misses when I see bullet streams flying by my head. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm usually a crack shot though, so it's when you
his bed stinks. Ooh, gosh.
What? I mean, is now the time? You can't just suck it up for an hour? It's because he floofed it, so it kind of wafted all the smells that were lying dormant.
I know, it smells.
You smells. Anyway, so I am PMSing, and I got so fucking...
I'm just kidding.
You can't say that. Only I can say that.
I can say that jokingly.
No. I was so fucking mad.
Or seriously, if I
was so mad at you, seriously, seeing red. And then I kept trying to kill him, and I couldn't because he's better than me, and that's why it hurts.
I was just getting lucky.
Come on. No, my reaction time is not good, and it was just the rage was building, and then
there have been times though where we've done that versus thing, and you have killed me over and over again. Sometimes you just get lucky.
I wish I could remember those times.
Because I was hitting you with some real lucky shots.
I don't know. I was so mad. I was so mad, and then I had to watch some funny stuff to just get, and then I just kept looking at him and just being mad again. And then
we had our run walk speed up, so you're just flying around on the screen, and it's kind of a crapshoot if you're gonna hit someone or not.
But at one point I had a cannon, I should be able to kill you with a cannon, and it was so infuriating.
But the cannon ricochets.
And then I just want to punish you in other ways,
the cannon shots ricochet all over the place. So I mean, if you don't hit me exactly, you don't kill me.
Why didn't you say this stuff last night? It would have helped my rage.
You've known.
But it would have helped me if you had been that voice of reason last night when I was so angry. What do you mean? Saying, giving me those outs, giving me those excuses.
I wasn't even saying anything.
Ricochets.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just laughing.
Oh, well, there you go. That was part of my rage.
You were laughing too at the start.
But then I stopped.
But then you started getting angry.
I got so angry.
got so angry.
It got out of control.
It was pretty hilarious.
Oh my gosh, you're such a dick.
I thought it was so funny.
So I really wanted to. So then I was like threatening, okay, if I can't beat you in the video game, I'm going to like...
make things physical.
When you sleep in this morning... Yeah, well, I did do that, but I'm not... You're stronger than me, so...
But you always like... Whenever anything happens...
Always.
You always do. You'll reach over and like dig your nails into my leg or into my arm.
That's a lie.
It's not.
That's slander.
It's not.
Anyway,
you're abusive.
So I had these grand plans of like Dutch ovening him this morning because he stays up super late, and then I had to get up kind of early, and I was like, I'm just gonna fart, but I didn't have any lined up this morning. Tragic.
You actually thought about it?
Yeah, but then I kind of forgot.
Because if I wake up,
excuse me,
I'm going to cause some
and
serious
then
grief
I thought it would be fun to just like run my hands under cold water and then just wrap them around your neck, and then you just wake up to like these cold, ghostly, dead hands like around your neck, and it would just like scare the shit out of you.
Wow.
But
you know, if you do something like that,
I cooled off a lot this morning.
If you do something like that, I'm gonna give you the atomicest of wedgies.
Just like slices me up the asshole.
And rest the label on your forehead.
My underwear doesn't have labels, so it's all good.
Well, it should.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a fun time. Maybe we should give it a few days before we play Halo again.
Definitely didn't seem like you were having fun.
Yeah,
it did at
sarcasm.
first.
It was sarcasm.
But you know, it gets competitive, and it's like, what am I gonna deliberately lose? And also, you've told me
you shot me first. You killed me.
And also, yeah, but remember, I was jumping around, kind of letting you have some shots.
That doesn't help because I didn't kill you. That makes it worse, you prick.
But I didn't shoot you. I didn't shoot you for like 2 minutes of just hopping around.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
No. Anyway, so before we get back into that mode where I want to hack at your neck, let's get into the real meat and potatoes I had meat and potatoes last night. It was so good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You were snoozing, sawing logs, having your late evening nap as you've become accustomed to having.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
feels nice.
Filet mignon, mislabeled as tri-tip, but it was pretty good, and a potato. That's like so good.
I don't like potatoes really. They're just filler.
But they're delicious filler. I mean, covered in butter. That's all it took, butter and salt.
It doesn't, I don't know. It just tastes like, kind of like nothing.
Your palate is just too sophisticated, I guess.
What? Potatoes are just not interesting.
Shut your goddamn
It's not
mouth.
like...
They're the best thing that ever happened to this world.
It's not like country. A slice of sourdough with butter on it, where it actually like has its flavor.
It is like that.
Whereas potato, if you just put butter on it, it's like, okay, so you're tasting the spices.
Oh, no.
And you're tasting the butter. You're not tasting the potato.
It's the texture. It's the warm... Oh, man.
It's a vessel. It's a butter vessel. We need
to get more potato. Fuck, I didn't get potatoes today. I went to the store. I could have grabbed a couple potatoes. It was so good.
Is that really?
That is my jam. Okay?
All right.
Yeah. Oh, so...
Also, aren't they not good for you?
Psh, neither are Oreos and Jelly Bellies and... Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my poison of choice. So I think it segues nicely into our chosen topic of the day, which is...
That wasn't deliberate at all.
It wasn't. Were
really?
you joking?
That segue wasn't deliberate?
No, I said I did meat and potatoes, and I was like, oh yeah, meat and potatoes. It's like the best thing. I seriously, maybe subconsciously I was thinking of meals. So anyway, we're going to talk about some interesting death row inmates' last meals.
Yes.
And I'm
death row.
Where did that come
I
from?
don't know.
That was good. So I'm kind of talking quietly because it is kind of late. I had to work all day today scanning a bazillion documents, and my back is killing me, and I'm tired. But so we didn't get.
She was gone for like 7 hours.
7+ hours, I think.
Scanning documents.
Mm-hmm. 3 boxes. So I was like,
I would
I'll
fall
be
asleep.
3 hours, 4 hours at the most. Well, I'm not a horse, so I can't sleep on my feet. It's because you have to be standing and walking back and forth and scanning and collating and clipping and stapling and destapling and fucking clearing paper jams. Oh my God. Not good for the blood pressure. So anyway, 7 hours of OT though.
Especially when you're, on your,
I'm not, PMSing. You can just say it.
on the PMS.
I did start to cramp a bit, but I made the mistake of biting into gel caps that were like melded together from the heat lately. And I was like, I'll just break them apart with my teeth. And I punctured them and the liquid burned. It burned my throat. It was the nastiest thing I've ever tasted. And gel caps are good because they're like, I don't know if they're sugar coated or
I don't think so. I think they're just slimy.
I think they're a tiny bit sweet, but they go down easy.
I don't think so.
It was nasty. It was so nasty. And it was like, well, I guess it is an analgesic or something. I don't know. So it was like kind of had a numbing, but it was like a burning. Like it was like when you put that numbing canker sore stuff on your canker sore, but like worse. So nasty. Don't do it. If you have melted together capsules, just pitch them. I don't know. Anyway, back to the thing that people really want to hear about, I'm sure, is prison and death row inmates' last meals. So what do you want to do? How do you want to?
Just get into it.
Okay, well.
Just dive on in.
You pick one.
Start reading things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see.
Well, that's not going to work.
Go to the top right of the screen. The 3 dots, the hamburger menu.
That was really loud. Take it easy.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Where is it?
In the browser.
Shut up. That's not a hamburger.
Yeah. Well, I can't
hamburger.
see it. Go to size.
Size
Zoom.
matters. This one? His one?
There you go.
Is that big enough or more?
That's good,
bigger?
I think.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, see, here you go. This is somebody I could get on board with. Arthur Lucas and Ronald Turpin. Murderers, duh. In Ontario, 1962. Execution by hanging.
Murderers in Ontario? Canada doesn't have murderers.
They must not have been born there. Steak, potatoes, vegetables, and pie. That sounds like the perfect meal.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what they did because it's 2 names and I don't want to click on it. Actually, let's see what they did. Convicted of the murder of a police informant from Detroit. It doesn't have a whole lot of details. Oh, they somehow got out of firing squad. I think hanging, I don't know. I think hanging might be worse. Because if your neck doesn't break.
I think all of it sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which I would prefer.
It says the other guy's head, this is Arthur Lucas. His head was nearly torn right off because the hangman had miscalculated the man's weight.
That's so gross.
Sorry. Anyway, but sounds like they had a delicious meal. Steak, potatoes, vegetables, and pie.
I mean,
what kind of vegetables?
Don't they have like a tool that kills cattle? It's basically like a gun, but like it's like
I don't know if we want to
hydraulic or like a punch
People
or
like
punch
animals.
type thing.
They like cows.
I know, but like why not just use something like that? No like messy shooting or
But this was back in 62.
hanging.
I don't know
But
did
even
they have
now,
that then?
I think they still do, maybe not still do, but up until like the 70s or 80s they did.
I don't know if anyone still they can't possibly still use the electric chair, right? I think that would have been the last thing. Maybe some states still use the gas chamber. So I feel like that would at least be less grotesque. What am I trying to say? Gory, physical.
Well, then you have to clean up.
Than like hanging and electric chair and smelling and.
Yeah. What I don't get is why they don't like put them in a bag first, put them in a body bag.
So that all the slop goes in the bag. Sorry.
A gross way of putting it, but yes. Slop.
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
So that all the giblets don't go flying around everywhere. So you don't spreckle the walls in their meat confetti.
You're so appalled by the way I put it, and then you just proceed to take it further.
I know, I was kind of making fun of you.
Yeah, but you did it worse. You committed the bigger crime here. What did you call it? Giblet confetti? What was it?
I don't remember.
I gotta make note of that one.
Well, we have it recorded.
Oh,
lucky
shit.
you.
You had to listen to this again and again and again and again.
Oh my
Who's your
gosh.
favorite, in quotes, serial killer?
I was wondering if that's what you were going to say.
But
Pretty sure I don't have a favorite.
John Wayne Gacy?
I don't like any of them.
Is he the clown guy? I think it's especially appropriate considering the clown. Brandon did a clown animation. I know I'm not plugging it a lot. Just kidding, I am. But he was that the guy who dressed as a clown? Ding dong?
John
Dildo?
Wayne Gacy.
What was his name? Bing bong? Bozo?
Pogo the clown? Ding dong dildo? What are you saying? What
There was a guy one time who sang a song.
Ding dong, the
called
dildo's dead. The dildo's dead.
You can't do that.
I don't think that's. I don't think so.
Ding dong, the dildo's dead is definitely copywritten. Frick. Anyway, where is it? Sorry.
Where's what now?
I'm trying to find your favorite guy's name.
Stop.
Look
at him fucking smiling. Somebody.
Oh yeah.
Somebody should have just kicked him right in the forehead.
Fuck.
Look at that
Smiling like a fat fucking cat who ate the canary.
Double chin fucking.
Yeah, that's what makes it worse. He was an American serial killer and sex offender known as the Killer Clown. I mean, can you think of anything worse? This guy, Brandon, doesn't think clowns are scary.
I can think of worse.
Okay. Hit me.
Killer pediatrician.
But I'm saying less like less grotesque.
Clowns don't bother me. Again.
So weird. You're such a weirdo. I'm sure they'd bother you if they were killing you.
I don't like them. I don't dislike them. I feel nothing for clowns. I wonder
if this is when the whole clown hating thing became a thing, is because this guy was running around killing.
I remember seeing a thing on him, and he killed something like 33 people and had them fucking buried under his house.
Oh yeah,
he was
assaulted and murdered
freak.
At least 33 young men and boys. So I would have been safe. Okay. He regularly performed at children's hospitals and charitable events.
And he was homophobic.
The Clown, or Patches the Clown.
He was one of those closeted,
Yeah, he clearly wasn't that homophobic. I mean...
No, he was supposedly like a hick. Like outwardly homophobic. But then in his, off time, he was fucking raping guys.
I'm not laughing.
Murdering them.
That is horrible, but just the off time thing is like... In my spare time.
Yeah, in his spare time.
Gross.
Yeah.
So he was put to death in 1994 by lethal injection in Illinois.
I hope I'm not making noise from the cord.
I don't know. I don't think so. He had a dozen deep fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe chicken from KFC. That sounds really good. I've been craving KFC mashed potatoes. So good.
I was thinking about picking up some KFC, but they're just kind of gross.
I know. We were going to go to that one in Roanoke Park, and the reviews were horrible.
People were like, yeah, I saw somebody drop a bunch of chicken and then put it back in the tub, and there are bugs everywhere and this and that. It's like, okay, not going there. Mm-hmm. No thanks.
Maybe just don't look at the reviews, and then, you'll be fine.
I think it'd be better just to go to Rayleigh's and pick up some decent fried chicken and taters. Sorry.
Freaking atrocious. So he had a dozen deep fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe chicken from KFC, French fries, a pound of strawberries. I don't know why I said it like that, and a bottle of Diet Coke. I mean,
Just like
Listen, fatty, just have a fucking Coke. Why are you going for a Diet Coke? Where are you trying to save your calories? No one can possibly like the taste of Diet Coke better.
Also, it's your last meal.
Yeah. Have a malt.
That's like having a nutrition bar as your last meal. That's what somebody should do as a joke. I'm going to have...
A joke on whom?
Just a joke. Like, it's my last meal. I'm going to have a kale salad and a nutrition bar. Nutrition shake.
But really, you're not really punishing anyone else. What are you making a statement? You're punishing yourself.
It would just be a joke.
Not very funny.
Get it? Because he's gonna die.
Anyway. Oh, what? Okay, this smart. John Albert Taylor, murderer in Utah. I wonder if he killed a bunch of Mormons. I don't know. Firing squad. Put to death. See, I think it's crazy that as late as the 90s, and I think there were even some maybe later where they had firing squad. I'm astounded by that. Well, it is Utah.
I don't know what that means. I guess
they shoot you till you're dead.
No. No, that is Utah. I don't know what that means. Or it is Utah.
I guess I gotta be careful. I don't know.
No offense to Utah
Mormons
people. Are there Mormons in Utah?
It is like the place for Mormons.
Oh,
you silly Billy. Anyway, he had antacid medicine, so he's a thinker. He's a forward thinker. Antacid medicine, a cigarette, and pizzas, quote unquote, with everything.
How? You aren't going to be alive long enough to get heartburn.
Yeah.
And also,
they'll be cutting your
it'll give you something to think about.
To post-mortem you before the bile can rise back up or whatever.
That's so weird.
Is that what heartburn is?
Heartburn?
I said heartburn.
Why not just poison their food? Rather than giving them... wait, hear me out. Rather than giving them this fancy or whatever meal and then giving them a lethal injection, just poison the food. Like, give them... I don't know.
Well, then you might as well just skip the meal. Because I think that back then...
What's the point of the meal at all, anyway?
I don't know. Quote, unquote, humane.
Oh, my gosh. Barf.
Giving him barf? That's what you're suggesting?
John Wayne Gacy and people like that did not deserve...
I know.
A final... I mean, they didn't give their victims a final meal, I'm sure.
Knowing I was about to be put to death. I think it takes a special kind of person to actually be able to eat and enjoy that in any degree.
It takes a special kind of person to murder 30-something people and rape them and bury them under their house and be okay with just living a normal life.
But I have to think that
quote,
some
unquote.
of these people are, and
they're fucking deranged.
Some of them are not serial killers. A lot of them. Because you maybe had something premeditated. Or it was so like brutal that but definitely not all excuse me
I'm
serial killers. So I think that some of these people for sure would be just seriously afraid. I can't imagine having, first of all, the presence of mind to order and think about what I would want and have and order a last meal and then sit down and actually eat it.
Well, I mean, they go to prison, right? So I'm sure that's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole process is probably...
I think
especially if you, like, killed someone, in, like, the heat of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, I don't know, like maybe you hit them and they hit the ground wrong. Because that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well... I just can't. My point. Oh my God.
What?
Carl Eugene Chamberlain in Is this the guy?
Texas.
Who's the guy who ordered like such a smorgasbord and then didn't eat it? And
yeah, and then they canceled. Doing it.
So they ruined it for everyone.
It shouldn't exist to begin with, but I mean, even for the people that are innocent, it's not like it doesn't make things better.
I love that.
It's useless.
For this person. Okay, so Carl Eugene Chamberlain had a variety of fresh fruit and vegetables, cheese, lunch meat, deviled eggs, 6 fried cheese stuffed jalapenos, a chef salad with ranch dressing, onion rings, french fries, a cheeseburger, 2 fried chicken breasts, barbecue pork rolls, an omelet, milk, and orange juice.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You don't have enough.
That's 2008, lethal injection.
You don't have enough of a stomach to house all of that.
So what we were saying is that my understanding, and I definitely can see this, at least in California, is that, I don't know the last time they put someone to death, is that they do an autopsy immediately after death to make sure that you died the way that you were supposed to by lethal injection, maybe because they just have to put it on a death certificate if you've died in a way that's not natural. Mm-hmm. So then I think that includes opening up your stomach and documenting what you've eaten. Mm-hmm. And it's like, just immediately, like, it's like making all this food, bringing out this smorgasbord. You might as well turn around and then throw it in the garbage. Basically,
what they're doing is taking taxpayer money and throwing it directly in the trash. Mm-hmm. Because what they could do is say, oh, this guy murdered 30 plus people. He died of a hammer wound to the head.
Inflicted by the executioner. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Game over. Uh-huh. We're done here. And it cost 1 hammer, which is still in working condition.
Can't be reused
for the next serial murderer that doesn't deserve a last meal.
It's a weird idea.
The amount of cost that taxpayers.
Well, and if you're worried about the humanity, I mean,
it's a waste.
I guess don't put them to death. But I think the food is like negligible cost, really. But it's just a weird.
The issue with the humanity angle, in my opinion, is who's fucking gonna take care of them?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, like, babysit these people. Mm-hmm.
But
it costs money to fucking monitor these freaks.
Okay, but you could argue the same thing with, like, homeless people. They don't have places to go. There's no institutions.
But homeless people aren't out ruining lives and families.
Yeah, but they do. I mean, there's a fair amount of, like, crime and just, from poverty, obviously.
I'm talking about just your average homeless people.
I'm just saying putting them to death is not, if you can't think of any other way to deal with them, and putting them to death is not.
But we can't rehabilitate. I don't think you can really rehabilitate somebody who's murdered and raped a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty much gone.
But I'm talking about
were never there to begin with.
Because, like, this list is not just serial killers. So I would potentially agree with you, because people were talking recently, these imaginary or vague people, how you can't rehabilitate sex offenders or sexual deviants. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the science behind that, but I would think that it's because a lot of serial killers, it's like a sexual thing. I would think that there's truth to that maybe that holds with serial killers as well, not just sexual deviant people.
That you can't rehabilitate them?
That you can't rehabilitate them. I don't know if that's true.
Well, and prison is not, as far as,
in your experience?
No, as far as, like, most people, I think, have seen, or at least the way you see it in TVs and movie and the media, that it's not really a great system for rehabilitating people.
No.
Like, sure, there are the ones that try, and, like, they get into programs and they try to get their lives back together, and it does work for some people, but they have to have it within themselves is a problem. There's no, like, it's so soft. There's not really, like, a hard, like, get your shit together or we're gonna just put you in the ground, which there should kind of be that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a dangerous statement to make, and it's just case by case.
Well, the problem is that you have people in charge of stuff.
A lot of these people who are trying to rehabilitate, or, like, they do work programs, or, like, they have, like, the firefighting for inmates. That I have a friend whose husband does that, runs a camp like that. Is that they kind of had a slip up, or they were at a hard time in their life, or they were just young and stupid and didn't have good role models, and and it's like, yeah, you deserve a second chance. We really got to keep an eye on you, but but yeah, some of these people, no interest. Like, if they were let out as soon as they could, they would be off, chopping people's feet off or eating livers or whatever.
Or just doing small crimes, doing, I guess, like, robbery and theft. And, there are some people out there that are just constant. Like, if they aren't in cuffs, they're fucking doing some shit. So
there's no like, get a job, do something worthwhile. It's like, this is the only life I know, or this is the easiest, I mean, it is, this country, I think, is not good for people who really don't want to, I think it's kind of rough.
What, this country?
Yeah. Just in terms of like getting on your feet again and like.
It's a slog. This country is a slog.
Yeah.
If you want to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like that everywhere.
Yeah, I think Europe is a lot softer, but I don't know. That's debatable. Anyway, we don't want to get into that because we know we're not funny when we get into the serious stuff. So, who's the lady? Eileen something? The monster lady?
But sorry, I just want to go back to this real quick.
Okay.
I'm for the death penalty with people who have obviously, like serial killers. I think if there's any gray area, I'm not for it. Obviously, I'm not like a witch hunter. But for people like Gacy, where it's like, okay, had the bodies under your house.
For me,
you had 30 plus bodies under your house. You were
dressing as a clown, and you killed at least one person.
The clown thing shouldn't matter.
You're done. You're done for me. No one in their right mind dresses as a clown.
So you're less reasonable than I am. Death to
clowns.
Wow.
And death to serial killers, and definitely death to serial killer clowns. End of discussion.
What about killer clowns from outer space? Probably death from
no, because I think they're more like aliens, and I think we need to try to. But
what are you gonna offer? Sacrifices?
I don't know. Well, how? Yeah.
Offer up some John Wayne Gacy's?
Yeah, sure.
We could clone him.
We could offer up clowns, so they could kill the clowns.
Why do you hate clowns so much?
Because they're nasty. Except for rodeo clowns. I'm okay with those.
Okay.
Because they don't really look like clowns. Why do you love them so much?
What?
You think you
clowns?
Really love them. Yeah. You keep saying how they don't... How much they don't bother you. Don't look at me like that. Stop it. Okay. Eileen Wuornos, I don't know if I'm saying
Eileen Wuornos
was an American serial killer and prostitute who murdered 7 men in Florida in 1989 and 1990 by shooting them at point-blank range. That seems pretty humane. She claimed that her victims had either raped or attempted to rape her while she was servicing them. She was put to death in 2002 by lethal injection in Florida. She declined a special meal, but had a hamburger and other snack food from the prison's canteen. Later, she drank a cup of coffee.
Canteen?
Cafeteria.
Isn't that another word for a toilet?
Cafeteria.
Canteen? Really?
What do you think of the head? The canteen?
The can, I guess, is what I'm thinking of.
No. I don't know. I don't know why that's... Maybe because they used to actually go in a can. No, canteen is like the cafeteria. I just think it's interesting she drank a cup of coffee. I feel that.
That sucks though if she was actually like just defending herself.
I was going to say I never saw the movie, which of course is the ultimate authority, but I never saw the movie, so I can't tell you how her life really went. Well, I could give you some more.
So you don't know the facts?
Yeah. She claimed they were committed in self-defense. She was sentenced to death.
Her last quote was crazy too.
Oh?
You should totally read the last.
What did she say?
She was going to come back with Jesus or something.
Oh, yeah. Jesus and the Rock? Was it that
I'm
rock?
living with the Rock and I'm going to come back with Jesus.
Where is it?
I don't know. You could type it in your finder.
Her last words were, "Yes, I would just like to say I'm sailing with the Rock." Okay, not capitalized, so not Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I don't know what that means though. I'm sailing
with the Rock and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus. June 6th, like the movie. What? Big mothership and all, I'll be back. So I'm sure she was doing that in the Arnold voice, right? because this was in 2002. So that was definitely like...
She was like a hardcore memer. She was like the OG meme.
I'll be back. She was the 10th woman in the U.S. and the second in Florida to be executed. She was memed? What'd you say?
She was a memer. Talking about Independence Day and The Rock.
Weird. What a freak.
That is weird. People are fucking crazy. I can't handle them.
She requested... Now this is interesting. This could be in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
She requested Natalie Merchant's song Carnival be played at her funeral.
What is that?
I can't sing it because...
Hum it.
Copyright. No, I'm not even sure actually that... I'll play it for you after.
Okay.
We'll do a link or something.
Okay.
That's random, isn't it?
So random.
She commented on this when... Oh, Merchant commented on this when asked why she permitted Carnival to be played during the credits of the documentary Eileen, Life and Death of a Serial Killer. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that she had a cup of coffee after her meal.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because I felt a little bit of sympathy with her. A little bit of...
Millions of Americans drink coffee.
I don't care about them.
Every day. All day.
I don't care about them.
I don't understand
They're
why that's
dead
a
to
weird...
me. They're dead to me, and she's also dead to me because she's dead.
Okay.
Sorry.
She's not just
God
dead to you.
Rest her soul.
She's dead to the world.
Bill Baily. No, Billy Baily.
Bill Baily.
It's not the Bill Baily. Here's another steak and potato guy. I like these people. I'm just kidding. Delaware, 1996. Hanging, last person executed by hanging in the United States as of 2020. A steak, well done. Psh, stupid. A baked potato with sour cream and butter. Buttered rolls, peas.
He likes some chewy.
Tough.
Why would you ever cook a steak well done?
This is the important question.
I like chewing on leather. Mm-hmm. Just give me a cowboy boot.
I'm surprised
just soak it a little bit.
I'm surprised you don't like well done meat because you're not into like bloodiness at all.
I don't mind bloodiness.
Don't you? Oh. Okay then. Who's your second favorite serial killer? Timothy McVeigh?
Why do you keep saying favorite? That's not that's not the right word.
Who's
Timothy McVeigh?
No, he was the Unabomber or the Oklahoma. Who's the guy? Dahmer.
Dahmer. Oh gosh, that reminds me of that weird Japanese guy that thought he was an alien that was eating people.
Hey, why can't I find him?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, he was put to death, right?
Did you hear what I said?
The weird Japanese guy who thought he was an alien?
Mm-hmm.
Was he eating people? Was he cannibalizing people?
He was cannibalistic, and he was drawing pictures and describing it. It was in this fucking weird, awful documentary I think that my parents were watching. I don't remember. Maybe it was on Vice. Maybe I was just watching it. It was fucked up. I had to stop because it was just like he was describing eating this person and like eating her butt. And oh my gosh. Yeah. Take me to the vomitorium.
They don't have
like what the fuck? What is wrong with these fucking people? What is fucking wrong with him? And he was talking like in a suit, I think, just being interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like he was in prison, which was disturbing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like a guy like that needs to be like chained to a wall at all times.
Well, not to be offensive, but I feel like if you have to eat someone, the butt is the place to start, right? Or the thighs maybe?
I don't like that you're thinking about this.
Okay. We'll move on.
Logically.
So in September,
or not logically, but
yeah, logically. Disgustingly, disturbingly, logically.
Yes.
In September 2011.
I'm going to sleep on the couch.
So if Brandon is found dead, buttless.
Without my two cheeks. You know what happened.
Mm-hmm. And Sarah's got her mouth full. I don't know what happened.
You're so gross. So did you look it up?
Yeah. No. Oh, no. Sorry. Was I supposed to be?
No.
Oh, okay. So his last meal was butt cheeks. We don't need to look up his.
I think he was still alive, and
That's unfortunate.
he might just be in a jail somewhere, or
You said
or
he's
even
Japanese?
out. I don't fucking know.
Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say butt cheeks in Japanese? Or butt?
Oshiri is
Oshiri?
butt.
Uh-huh.
Cheeks. I don't know cheeks.
Okay.
Cheeks.
The Curious Case of Detective Butt? I don't...
This is like a joke thing. Just type in Japanese cannibal. He thought he was an alien.
Okay.
I mean, clearly I know you have to be mentally disturbed to be eating people to begin with, but to think you're an alien on top of that?
Ew, and he's wearing a turtleneck.
I love that that's like your ill point. I just told you that the guy ate a person's butt and is a cannibal, and the first thing you say ew about is his turtleneck. See, look, he looks all fucking comfortable. Mm-hmm. That's such bullshit.
Well, is that after he was arrested?
I think so.
Oh, I assume that is a picture of the woman he ate. Did he eat a white woman?
Yeah, he was in France.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I want to take a baseball bat to his head and just...
He looks like he's from the 70s. He's got like these, what kind of like wool looking plaid kind of pants on, and this weird, what'd you call that? Not variegated, corrugated, I don't know. Anyway, it's a turtleneck and these like 70s big tinted glasses.
What's his name?
And it's just awful. Issei? Issei?
Issei, I can't see it. Sagawa, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to look him up.
More terrifying than Hannibal Lecter. Do we need to go into that?
He's a fucking freakazoid for sure. Is he still alive?
He had sex with her corpse over several days.
Oh my gosh. Because he's an alien, folks. I mean... What? He died?
I can't.
He's probably still alive for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, he's still alive.
That is such fucking bullshit.
Okay. Attempted murder? Like he didn't? Somebody else killed and what?
So he told the story that he was meeting her as a study partner, and she was studying at the desk, and he walked up behind her with a rifle or something, shot her, and then proceeded to do all this fucked up stuff with her and
Had
draw
sex
pictures
with her
of
corpse
her.
Over several days. He was arrested but released after 2 years of pretrial detention upon being found legally insane and deported to Japan. Sagawa's crimes, his release due to a legal technicality, and his post-release celebrity in Japan led to international publicity.
Put a fucking axe in his head.
You should be that guy.
It's
You
such
seem like a big
bullcrap. Why are people keeping these fucking psychos alive? That's what I don't understand. I mean, I get some fucking babies out there not being unaware of like how the real world works.
Not actual babies, but
adult babies.
Yeah, okay.
Being like, no, he deserves a chance. Life is his life. This fucking freakazoid ate a person, an innocent person. Mm-hmm. Why would anyone be okay with, and he admits to it, and he thinks he's an alien. I don't care if he's quote unquote insane. Of course he's insane. Mm-hmm. People that murder people are insane.
And why is he a celebrity? Why is that a thing? Are Japanese people into that? Making celebrities out of criminals?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're not into it, but...
Oh my God, how horrible. So in 2013, he was hospitalized from a cerebral infarction, which permanently damaged his nervous system, and since being released has been under the full-time care of his brother. That poor brother, assuming he's sane, he's got to take care of this fucking freak. Ugh.
I would... Oh my gosh.
Put an axe in his brain. We know what you would do.
No, because then you'd be charged with murder, and because you're not quote-unquote insane, you'll be punished like a proper fucking human is
Maybe you
supposed
could
to
just
be.
say, like, I was chopping wood and he came up behind me, and on my reel back, it was like, oh, damn it.
Oh, shucks.
Shoot. Oh, brother. Oh, no.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Sorry, I get worked up on this stuff. It's just so, I find it so strange, so surreal that people are okay with these people being alive, you know? I mean, just think about all the people that get killed on a daily basis. Like by freak accidents or, you know, they're just unlucky, or I don't know, little kids getting like cancer and dying. And yet this piece of shit is enjoying his life. It makes me fucking furious. Furious.
That's fair. But if he thinks he's an alien, maybe he just is trying to get back to his mothership, and so maybe he's like miserable.
Well, then we should put him out of his misery.
Because he's like, E.T. phone home. I don't know. Trying to lighten the mood, not working. Your face.
Insanity is not an excuse.
Move on. I thought this would be a fun topic, but
Sorry.
I think it's just talking about their crimes. I should have just focused on the meals.
Well, but you know how I am. Like, I know. It's because
you get angry about the weirdest stuff.
Is that really weird? And it's scary too. No. It's scary that people like that are allowed to like be alive. And yet at the same time, you know, people like George Floyd who have committed crimes, but they're put to death on the street. And apparently that's fine. But this fucking guy can eat a person. And no, let's keep him alive. Let's keep this guy alive because life is important. Fuck you. Sorry. Such bullshit.
I wonder if that would fly. I mean, I guess it would be insanity, but I was thinking if your legal defense is aliens. I'm an alien. And then everyone around you's like, okay, I believe you. Are you making fun of
everyone? Everyone who is okay with that man being alive, being above ground, breathing the same air we breathe.
I get it.
Eating food, having any kind of happiness in his life.
You're getting really loud into the mic. Sorry. And you got a lot of spittle growing on your lip.
I think he should be fed to pigs alive.
Alive pigs?
Well, yeah, of course. I think he should be fed to pigs.
While he's alive.
Yes.
Let's be very clear.
Feed him to the fucking hogs while he's still alive. So he can feel the same feeling.
All right. Remember how we were going to move away from this? Because your blood pressure, your head's going to pop. Like I don't know.
Okay,
like a thing that pops.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Ted Bundy. Let's get your blood pressure down. Ted Bundy, who I think killed or was convicted of killing 17 or 27. You know, I mean, once you're above 2, you know, the number doesn't really matter. It's just a lot. It's too many. He was killed by electrocution, 1989, Florida. Declined a special meal, so he was given but did not eat the traditional steak, medium rare, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast, milk, coffee, juice, butter, and jelly. I think that's pretty damn good.
The food, right?
But he didn't eat it. Yeah. He didn't eat it. Anyway.
Because there was no people in it.
No, he wasn't. You keep doing that.
Ted Bundy didn't eat people?
No. Stop confusing your serial killers and what they ate.
Who ate people?
Dahmer. I don't actually know if he ate them. For some reason, he's not on this list.
Dahmer had a head in his fridge or something, right?
Something like that.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So what did Ted Bundy murdered people?
He murdered a bunch of women.
Oh.
And if he murdered any men, it was probably because they were just in the way. So he had a very specific type. I read the book years ago, Stranger Beside Me, written by the lady who worked a suicide hotline with him, was friends with him for years, and was, I think, helping police. I don't remember if she used to work with the police or what, and then she was a writer. But she knew a lot. She might have been a psychologist, actually, or a psychiatrist. And I forget her name. And she worked and was friends with him for years, and then I think much later started to maybe suspect that he was off. And they
That's
worked
scary.
side by side, but she wasn't his type. He liked attractive women who had long, straight hair parted down the middle.
To kill them?
Yes. But I think it was like this misplaced thing.
Good Lord.
That was his attraction, but it was like straight hair parted down the middle. And he would do the thing that I think is where they got it from Silence of the Lambs, where Buffalo Bill would wear a cast or act like he was handicapped to get women to help him. And then
fucking piece of shit.
So he would wear a cast or use crutches and like get women to help him and then lure them into his car or something. And then, I don't know, I think he would like bludgeon them. I don't know if he ever used a gun.
It's too bad he didn't meet that lady.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect
Just
pairing.
fucking bullet right into his head.
But I think he was ultimately convicted for like still like a large number, but probably nowhere near the number that he actually killed. It was crazy. It was pretty crazy.
Gosh.
But he was attractive. He had a wife. I think he had a kid.
He just was so wrong in his brain.
Well, I think this is the one who his mom was actually his grandmother and his quote unquote sister was actually his mom.
Wait, what?
So
his sister was his mom?
He grew up thinking that his mom was his sister. It wasn't, I don't think there was like incest, but they told him that his mom, who he thought was his mom was actually his grandmother. But I think his quote unquote sister, who was his mom, had him so young that they lied to him about who was who. Not that that's like such a huge thing that it would like break you and make you kill a bunch of women. But I think
that was his excuse?
No, they just like talked about it as like maybe not having a strong, I can't remember if he had an abusive father when his father was in the picture or just an absent father. Just that maybe being the psychology, but I'm sure he just was born without
I feel so bad
an
for him.
important piece of his brain, because
yeah,
to go from like, it's one thing to be dysfunctional and maybe like an abusive partner, but to kill.
There are people
and like serious anger, like you don't bludgeon people's faces in, which I think like he
good Lord.
I remember he ran through like a sorority house at one point. That might have been later in his campaign. And just I think like bludgeoned a couple girls like in their, it was just like not just like having this like misplaced or dysfunctional like romantic kind of attempts that just go wrong.
He was
but
psycho.
Like fucking like
he was
raw
a fucking
animal
psycho.
like anger at them to bludgeon someone. Whew.
Yeah.
This guy Victor Figure, not to just move on abruptly from Ted Bundy, but there's enough documentaries out there. You people don't need us telling you. Victor Figure, murderer, hung in 1963, he requested a single olive with the pit still in it.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks
as
for...
as like a...
middle finger?
No.
Oh.
People were saying it was like poetic or something. Fucking jackoffs.
Poetic. Well, let's see. We don't know what he did.
Okay, yeah, he raped his mom. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting hungry.
Oh my gosh.
I got real problems. I'm not getting hungry reading about these people killing people.
I'm going to keep an eye on you.
I'm getting hungry reading about all their delicious meals. 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. 2 dozen steamed mussels. That actually...
Steamed hams.
Oh my God. Steamed clams. This guy had steamed clams. A double cheeseburger. Oh. Anyway, so the Texas guy. Did we talk about the Texas guy?
Which one? I'm sure there are plenty.
In September 2011, the state of Texas abolished all special last meal requests after condemned prisoner Lawrence Russell Brewer requested a huge last meal and did not eat any of it, saying he was not hungry. The tradition of customized last meals is thought to have been established around 1924 in Texas. So that judge or governor or who was it?
What stupid jackass started that anyway?
The thing is...
we have this excess of funds. We need to throw some more money in the trash.
I don't know. I could look it up. I feel like maybe we've pissed you off enough today. Can you imagine this guy in 1902 was what is my freaking problem? Decapitated by the guillotine, he ordered 6 glasses of beer, and that was apparently it. You need something to soak that up. How could you just have
6 glasses of
beer? You at
beer?
least want some pretzels or something. This was in Germany. They would have had pretzels or schnitzel.
I don't know.
Psh,
what would you have?
yes. Oh yeah, that is what we were gonna. Clearly potatoes. I forget about potatoes, and then I have them, and I'm like, I mean, I obviously eat like French fries and potato chips, but I forget about potatoes, and then I eat them, and I'm like, holy shit. I don't know. We've talked before about how like spaghetti and meatballs is my favorite, but I haven't had that in a while, and I'm kind of fine with that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like a nice steak. Maybe a nice steak and potatoes or French fries. Definitely something potato based.
That's so weird. You'd have a filler
so
food.
Good. It's so delicious. It's
okay.
A lot of the foods that I like are kind of bordering on bland, but like with butter, like bread and just so good. It was so good. And then maybe like an artichoke, or I think maybe it's just something I'm craving lately. Like when I'm PMSing, like need meat and potatoes. It was so fucking good, that potato last night, and eat it with the skin. Oh. What would you have?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to think of anything but my imminent demise.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd order anything.
And they just gave you the standard last meal, which looked pretty good depending on where you were at. What was that, Florida?
I think maybe just a beer.
Interesting. Just to calm you down?
I don't know.
Okay. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. You look concerned.
I know. I'm just trying to
put yourself in that.
Put myself.
Headspace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I would
have trouble thinking about anything other than
I'm hungry,
dying.
so I put that death part in the back of my head. But if I was thinking about it, I'd be peeing myself constantly.
Peeing yourself?
Because I'd be so scared. And I would not be able to eat. And I'm the girl who can eat anytime. Pretty much if I'm stressed, if I'm tired, if I'm happy, if I'm anything, I'm like, ooh, this is a good occasion to eat. But that would be the one time where I'd be like,
Yeah.
And plus I'd be thinking about like when I die, I'm probably going to shit myself anyway. Like I don't want more of that. Like just more stuff to crap out. That's a horrible thing. I mean, I know we're just bodies at that point, but like what a horrible final indignity. It's just crapping yourself. It's horrible. And then if your family finds you and then, I mean, talking not about obviously execution anymore, but just death.
This is a super fun topic.
It is fun. Good idea.
Good idea, you. You're the one who came up with this idea.
I know.
Oh. I thought you were saying like it was me.
I know I'm forgetful, but I'm not that forgetful. It sounded good because I wanted to read about all the cool stuff one more. Fritz Harman, serial killer in Germany.
Fritz.
Typical. An expensive cigar and cup of Brazilian coffee. Now that cup of coffee thing is like, it would make you jittery. You'd be more nervous for your death, but it just sounds good.
If they even gave you the time for it to kick in.
True.
Because I don't know how long they wait.
I'd enjoy the taste more than the effect. I don't want the effect, really. I just want the taste. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, so you couldn't think of what you'd be too scared? We kind of talked about what your favorite foods would be when we talked about if you had, a week
I don't know
to
if I'd
live
be
or
able
something.
to eat or enjoy it. I think it would be really hard to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the kind of mind that can block things out. That would be in the forefront.
I think you eat less when you're stressed as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be the most stressful situation.
I don't know if I'd eat anything. I might just have like a drink, a little drink, or like a shot of alcohol. Just be like, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Maybe that's what this guy's aim was in getting 6 glasses of beer, is just try to die of alcohol poisoning before they can kill me. Do you want to try to end on a high note?
Are we going to end?
Oh, I don't know. It's been like an hour. I don't have to.
Whatever.
I just, reading about all this food got me hungry, so I think I need to go eat something.
Maybe we should end the episode on something,
Like
nice.
I said? That thing I said?
Maybe we should do that thing you said.
Well, Brandon's been... What the frick is my problem?
I've been like that all day.
Okay. What does it mean?
Something in the... Something in the air, maybe?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Could be. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to eat your tongue.
You're gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
What were we saying? Oh, Brandon's been doing a lot of animations, so you should I'll upload the most recent one you did on our Flappity Flap YouTube channel. But
the clown one, or
yeah, maybe. Anyway, so you're speaking of executioners, you're working on one. Can we talk about it, or do you not really want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
That it's a so Clark Kent adjusting your glasses.
They dig into my nose.
How much detail do you want to give? Because
it doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's a Game Grumps.
It's a Game Grumps, and they're playing the Shrek party game.
Mm-hmm. I think you need to go back and watch that episode. It's pretty fucking funny what he's got so far. The audio is really funny.
Oh my gosh, that Shrek party playlist is so funny.
Well, just a little bit that you played for me is really funny, and watching it come together is cool. So you should check out, and I will put a link in the description if I remember. Brandon McDonald, but there's another Brandon McDonald who keeps coming up. Someone was cursing him the other day. Damn that other Brandon McDonald. You have 752 subscribers and growing.
Crazy.
So it's got the Burkberryan with the French fry and the fish guy. And
it's just my face with a
Brandon
little mustache.
It's not little.
Me with a big walrus mustache.
You look like a Texan or something. Yeah. So it's good stuff. Fun stuff. But I will upload it to our YouTube as well, the clown. But he's got other good animations, so you've been working your butt off on those.
I have. Are
you getting pressure sores on your butt, on your sacrum, on your
No, because I've been using the standing desk too.
Oh, yeah.
I've kind of halted work on Burkberryan for a minute because I want to figure out what I'm doing before continuing to work and push ahead, because I don't want to put a whole bunch of time into something that's not anything special.
Well, I think it's hard also when the animations are getting so much attention to then turn around and do something that's a longer slog, and maybe the outcome is a little uncertain.
Yes, and I'm not really feeling motivated, and I don't have a clear thing in mind. So I'm kind of like working on the animations and also waiting for something more clear.
Something to happen.
And also, as I'm doing this, I'm getting better at animating, which will help me for animating the sprites in the game. So it's all good.
Okay, cool. Well, it's super fun watching your animations and watching them all come together. So
thanks.
You guys should definitely check him out. He's got I think you've got 3 Flappity Flap animations now, and the rest are like gamer or just you did some art tutorials. I'm sure that we've talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah,
but
probably.
The most recent gamer ones are super funny. And yeah, they're looking good. They're looking better every time.
Thanks, baby.
And you definitely can get a chuckle out of them. They're freaking funny.
Very stupid.
Stupidly funny. All right. It's 11:11. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Perfect time to end on the thing.
That happens twice every day. What?
Genius.
What?
Well, how do you want to end it? Go.
Thank you guys for listening.
Oh yeah, please I know it is time consuming and annoying, but please leave a nice review for us and rating on Apple or wherever you listen, wherever podcasts are sold. And if you're on YouTube, please do a subscribe and hit that bell and leave a like.
Do a subscribe.
Oh my God, that was so loud. You freaking
I'm sorry.
Freak.
Please do a subscribe.
All right, just subscribe.
And sit on that like button.
You're nasty. You're a freaking nasty pervert.
What?
Sit on that. Sit on my bell.
That's not what I said. Sit on my bell.
Basically what you were saying.
Sit on my bell and...
All right. Let's wrap this shit up.
Okay.
In a pretty little bow.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.